it's one of those.
Exactly.
Probably one of those nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it took you like 7 times to shoot through it.
Yeah, it was insane. I was like popping off those headshots like it was nothing.
Oh, dude. So yeah, they had their. Oh yeah. Sorry, you're talking about Rainbow Six. Never mind. Sorry.
No, I'm talking about when we did the fire truck.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Headshots like it was nothing.
Oh yeah, no, they all had the SP11 helmets on and all that shit. After the first guy got headshot, they're like, "Oh shit, let's get our helmets on."
Yeah.
We were going home, helmets off. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's one of those types of like
armor.
Now that I'm starting to hear this as everybody's explaining it, I'm like, oh, okay, so I can see how I was walking around like a tank. Okay.
So I need I'm gonna spend all my downtime just armor piercing everything. No more armor. That's my vendetta.
Yes, that's right. A land without armor.
Campaign.
Yeah, so yeah, and when you guys were in that dumpling shop, or no, the dim sum shop, and they were like, did not care that you were in that armor. It's like, what do they have in there? What do they have where they don't care?
I never thought about that.
That they do not care that you're showing up looking like that.
Yo, okay, so
That's why she was scoping the door, like, I'm just gonna sit by the door.
As we're discussing, I'll be like, yo, we should go back to that shop. They might have had some stuff.
If we have to knock off the old lady, okay. But I'm not gonna make a special trip for dumplings.
Come on. Dumplings were fire!
They were good.
I
They
mean,
were great. Look how much weight I gained eating them!
all
Great!
They're just like infused with carbs and fat as much as they can be.
I mean, that was the
one
best
dumpling,
we had
2,000 calories.
Yes!
One a day.
It's a Big Mac in a dumpling, and you just like inhale 6 of them.
I was housing them. I realized after I needed to be comedy,
It's like the M&Ms they gave them to the troops. It's like, this is what you need, and it won't melt.
You think I should probably, change the color of my eyes and stuff? Tie one full on sheet a little bit, or do you think we'll be all right?
So I think how I would like to move forward with this is I will be the start, be the person talking, and if you see me activate my big nuts, shit's going down.
Understood.
So just keep an eye on me. You don't stay too far away from me, and then maybe have Silas or whoever's got the longer shot. So short range, maybe Silas is behind me, and then Benton, you maybe stay in the truck, or vice versa. However we do
Gotcha.
it. But maybe stagger us, because I can do up close. I can take care of my shit. Don't worry about me. But I mean, worry a little, because I'm coming to hide behind you. But
fair enough.
But watch me. I'll be the voice, and then because I don't want to come up as a front of 3. A, I don't want to look aggressive, and B, I don't want them to know how many of us there really are.
Gotcha.
So, I'll start. I'll be the voice. We'll go in cool and calm, and if shit goes down, let's just be prepared.
Understood. All right, boss lady. Lead the show.
Drive me there.
All right. So you guys load up in the truck. You've got all the stuff in the back. Just so I know, how is everybody sitting? I know Vinton is driving the truck, but who's in the cab? Is anybody outside of the cab? How do you guys want to sort that part out?
I don't know.
Ethan,
like
it's like a regular
shotgun.
semi.
Okay.
Isn't the back like armored, so you could like kind of like put someone there to like keep watch and maybe for shooting purposes?
The toolbox in the very back of the truck is armored, and it has been made into a crow's nest. But the bunk itself is unarmed. So
I can take the crow's nest if y'all need somebody to keep a lookout while we're driving.
I'm just wondering, it's probably not very comfortable. So I'm wondering like how long of a trip this is and how dangerous the route is. Like, do you need to be in there the whole time? Can you like kind of take a disco nap in the sleeper?
Disco nap. It's not a super long. If I remember right, it wasn't a super long ride, but
it's a couple miles.
It's a couple miles, but it is a fairly off road.
That's right. So remember, there's no like state government taking care of the roads anymore.
Yeah.
So the road is pocked and fucked, and so you guys drive slow just because you don't want to ruin your cars.
Right.
And so it's on tribes. Nomads are the ones maintaining these roads. And y'all's little farm road that goes through the mountain, your tribe is taken care of. and like immediately leading into Night City, your tribe has patched some of those potholes, but not some of the more gnarly ones yet. It's just an ongoing project, right? They're always trying to keep up with that crap. And you have to like bring security with you because people will roll you no matter what. But yeah, this road going up north, nobody's really taking care of it. So you do drive slow.
Yeah,
And
the
then
only
how-
thing we've really
how-
taken care of is possible.
How dodgy is the area like? Are there other
The
competing...
last time we have, I think, for the time being, has taken out the main gang that was in there with Shiv Rav. But with that said, me and the lawman and the sniper did piss off the Leatherneck, which are apparently roughnecks, right? Was it roughnecks or Leatherneck?
It was Leathermans, yeah, but they used to be roughnecks. You know, they used to work at oil fields, and now they are a group calling themselves the Leathermans. Yeah,
they are out and around.
They're way over. They're over by. They're
okay.
They're not super close to y'all. No.
Yeah.
Okay. All
right, hand me that fancy rifle. I'll get it.
Yeah, he could ride back.
Yeah,
okay,
hand me that fancy shooting rifle, and I'll hop up in there.
I'll hand him my rifle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ethan or Silas, why don't you, chill out in the sleeper, and then if shit goes south, go to the crow's nest.
And Silas has like wind goggles, right? Just some dirt goggles. I mean, they don't protect him or anything, but they at least keep dirt from getting into your eye while you're
goggles and a bandana.
Do I want
the
to be
face
a
covered
troll?
and then the goggles on to keep the bandana in place?
Perfect.
I'll be nice. I won't turn my stacks in.
That would be rude to your own person.
That's what I said. I was like, do I want to be a troll? I'm like, no, we're gonna go ahead and leave them out.
Yes, blind the person who is keeping watch.
Yeah,
best idea.
Let's not blind our gunner.
It's a great plan.
Hey, just trying to have some fun, guys.
So, you guys are driving. You roll up out of camp. You've got everything on. Your what do you call it? A lowboy? The trailer?
Yeah. No. What step deck? Got it on.
Step deck. Okay.
Lowboy. Yeah, the lowboy would have never cleared.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you got everything on the step deck, and you guys are. You leave the tribal area, head down to the bottom of the reservoir, hook right, going north, and it's. I mean, Vincent, it's exactly like you remember. You know, you've got your vehicles in. You could kind of just coast this because you know where all the potholes are, and you're already weaving them and just kind of moving the truck along, avoiding the more gnarly spots.
Yep.
You guys pass the bridge. The bridge is, you can see where they've reinforced it. I mean, they just went and got wood and scrap metal and like literally banded it to the structure of the bridge. It's not, to any kind of code. It's probably over-engineered, if anything. But that's how they do, like they just got to get it done and never mess with it again. You guys passed that, and on your left-hand side as you guys are moving north, it's just beautiful ocean, and on your right-hand side is like old ranch land. There's the wooden staked fence with the barbed wire going along it, and that's probably 200 feet inland from where you are.
Movies.
Yeah, exactly. And every so often there's a cattle guard that leads onto some property. A bunch of these fences are down now. I mean, nobody lives here. Nobody maintains these things. So, and somebody probably came along and took all the metal, thinking they could do something with it.
Right.
So just so you have that visual that this is rolling hills to your east and an ocean to your west. And as you guys move further north, the hills get more intense. You pass Bug Zapper, which is this little brown shack. It's a probably 15 by 10 brown brick shack where there's this big piece of graffiti on it that says Bug Zapper in like bright blue, electric blue lighting or color. And from where you are, Ethan, you can see that there's a number of faces that have been X'd out on it. And I'll just give it to you. You can tell that those faces are people that are wearing the goggles from that like netrunners wear. Those big like AR or almost pseudo VR goggles that netrunners wear. You can see that a bunch of those have been X'd out. That 12 of them have been X'd out.
I was
And
gonna ask, is there any more added?
so when you guys drove by last time, it was 11.
So there has been.
Yeah. You can see the old concrete pad where there used to be a generator. That's gone. And you can see a concrete pad where there used to be a comms tower, and that comms tower is gone too. It had been gone before, right? You can just see you can just see the cement pads where they used to be when Vinton and crew rolled by last time. They were not there anymore already. Comms towers are incredibly important, especially to nomads. So there's some tribe somewhere using it, and generators are useful to everybody. So those are long gone.
Okay.
But yeah. Do you guys want to stop at Bug Zap or keep going?
What's the deal over there?
I don't know, but they're killing netrunners. Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm a net runner.
I mean,
I know, but we know them.
But here's the thing. Like, last time I came through there was only 11. There's now 12.
Right, so they're active. Like, let's not stick around.
Yeah,
I mean, did y'all stop last time?
Yeah, we did, and that's actually a portal to the old net, from what the egg can tell him, from what I could understand. So, like, it is kind of important that there's a new dead body there. I mean, worst case scenario, we take his stuff and give it to, like, Reaver somebody that can make to it if it's still there. The last time we came through here, we did not have problems. Like, are we good on time? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How are we on time?
Yeah, I mean, y'all left in the morning. Your meet is at 4, so you got lots of time.
Yeah, let's just check it out. Yeah, come on.
All right, cool. So
let's do this adventure.
You pull the truck over, or hell, you just stop it in the middle of the road because there ain't nobody on this highway.
Like nobody coming. There's nobody coming on this road.
And yeah, this is an old telco shack. Like this is lit. I mean, this is out of our real world. You can look, Google them. It's an old, plain old telephone communications shack. They all had this configuration, like cheap brown brick with a generator, a propane tank, and a tower, and all that shit's gone. It's just this brown brick building. Who all is going to the building? Is anybody staying with the truck?
We need somebody to stay with the truck.
I'll go to the building.
Yeah, I'll go to the building. If Ethan wants.
We don't know any better.
Do we need somebody to watch the truck? I mean, I can. I can go with you.
With that giant comms equipment, yeah.
All right. I'll just be in the crow's nest.
Okay.
Prop the rifle up.
What's the chances I can borrow that big iron?
Borrow the what?
I'll give
the pistol.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
That's my granddaddy's rifle you got there, just letting you know.
That's fair trade.
Yeah, thanks very much.
You both hand over your very sentimental pieces of of guns. Great.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pass that down. Why don't you all go ahead and make perception checks? Just because you're out here, you're a little nervous, you're looking around, I'm sure. So give me some perception checks for each of you. And it's your perception plus intelligence plus a D10.
Is it me too? Keeping watch?
Yes. No? Yes.
Okay.
And Silas, you're a warrior. Okay. Yeah, warriors don't get bonuses to perception.
Yeah, no, mine's still like initiative.
Yes, which is.
Okay.
That's 17.
What is my?
Wow! I see nothing.
Casey with the 1 again.
What? What
Do you have to roll to see how much you don't see?
Yeah, no, Casey's just blind to the world.
No.
In the middle.
Step on a pile of fire ants.
Silas, roll another D10 to see how bad that is.
So it's a 5.
God damn.
So
working
13
on-
minus 5 is 8?
No, 13 minus 8. It's a 5.
Oh, okay.
I didn't feel like typing it again, so I got him in front of me.
You're good. All right, so Epoxy. These two are blind as bats. You know, they're focusing on each other's guns, like, oh man, his granddad's rifle, and man, this pistol must have killed a lot of dudes. You know, like you're both so distracted by the guns you got. Epoxy.
Boys and their toys.
There is hillside, barren, nothing out here. There is a glint of light out on the water. It's far, far off, but you can barely make out the shape of like a ship or a vessel of some kind. Way the fuck out there, on the water, not in the sky, on the water.
Okay, I kind of like hit whoever's near me.
Vinton.
I assume Vinton. Hey, do you have any like binoculars or long range, like a scope or anything that I could kind of look through? There's
outside
something out
again.
there.
I mean,
You guys don't have
Retcon.
scopes on your stuff yet. Those all give you
No,
bonuses to
but-
aim, but
I would, if the lovely game would allow it, I would think in my line of duty I would have binoculars in my work box just in case we came up to a sketchy situation while
Why
crossing.
don't you,
country.
I'm
why
down-
don't you check?
I'm down for you rolling luck and see
Okay.
if binoculars is one of the pieces of equipment that you keep with you. Because there's lots of
Alright.
things that are useful to have in your truck, and you may not have all of them.
I
So-
gotta get on an
So
above or under a 5.
under a 5.
Hell yeah! Sucking
Another
work
one.
today.
Another
Sucking
one. How is
work
this?
No
today.
ability checks.
How does this work?
No skill checks.
Yeah,
Ever.
You don't do anything.
How does this work? All right, cool.
Only roll if you have to roll under.
Yeah. So
Only.
yeah, you tell because it's up in the utility box, right? It's up in the utility
Yeah,
box.
it's in the utility box. Yeah.
So yeah, you say, hey, I got some binocs in there, and Silas, you open the utility box and you pull out these these are old
They're
binoculars,
analog.
but they're big. They're giant. They're like the old like plane spotting binoculars.
Is it the kind that only has like one exit on the other side and have, like the 2 eye holes? Where
Sure.
it's like one of those. It's like
Sure.
a
Yeah.
viewfinder. Like,
yeah, sure,
yeah.
sure.
Like a ridiculous size binocular.
Yeah. Why not?
Big
so-
box for big guys, man.
That's right. So yeah, you pull out these binoculars, and Vincent, make sure you write down that you've got binoculars in your truck.
Awesome.
You pull out these binoculars, and they're like obviously intended for seeing way off, like they're
Trying to see Nebraska or something?
I mean,
Hey, look, when
I'm
you're in
trying
the
to look
middle
at
of
Russia.
nowhere.
Let's go.
yeah. Hey, thanks for the sub, guys. Super appreciate it. So you pull up the binocs and look out towards this vessel, and you're all looking at it now. You can all see it now that Epoxy's pointed it out. And Silas, what you see out there is a
Do we all look through the binocs or like
just
take
well,
turns?
Silas picked them up. So actually, Silas, do you look through them
Oh.
or do you hand them to somebody else?
I mean, whichever. I can hand them. It's not epoxy.
Silas, just look through them.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, got
Bigger
it.
than that.
So
Okay.
yeah, so you look through them, and it's sunny out, so you actually have to kind of shade them to keep it from glaring inside your vision. Well, actually, no, you're looking west, so never mind. So yeah, you're looking, and you got the sun to your back. So you're looking out, and this boat that you're looking at is, it's about a 50-foot yacht. It looks like it takes you a second, but it has a gun on the front of it. Some sort of mounted gun. Like you can see the shape of the tripod, and it's hard to see at how far. I mean, this thing is a ways off, right? You're looking almost at the horizon, but you can tell there's something on the deck of this boat. And it's too far out. You really can't see like people on it. You're only seeing larger objects, so this gun must be pretty big for you to be able to see it way
Yeah.
out there. But it's one of those boats where the con tower or the pilot's deck is back a little bit. So there's a the big forward deck, the tower, and then like a little space in the back. It's not a big boat. It couldn't carry something like a helicopter or a bunch of stuff, but it has a gun on it, and it's way, way out there.
Yes, I was just say some kind of fancy ass boat with a big ass gun on it.
Those my youngin are called gunships. For obvious
Nah, this is
reasons.
like a yacht, man. Like leisure
Yacht?
craft.
What flag is it flying? What colors?
Yeah, so you look at it, and they are flying. Do a local expert for me.
Ooh. Local expert. What skill? That's intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay. My local expert.
Come on, Silas, my smart friend.
He's not that smart.
I
I mean, he's not dumb, but he's not that smart.
well, if he tells me the colors, could I do it?
It's a solid 13.
Okay, cool.
Like it's there.
Yep, I'll give this to you then. Because you're in a tribe, and you're a warrior within the tribe, you have a lot of tribal knowledge. That flag is of the Meta Nation. META Nation. And the Meta tribe is from way back in the 20s, the 2020s. And they followed John Meta, who founded them. He's ex-military. They're the ones that invented the ACP, what is it? Let me look it up real quick. I have the book here for no particular reason.
It's like you didn't prepare for this game at all, David.
I prepared for a different game.
Oh, that's good. Because
yeah.
if he hasn't prepared, that means totally not. We're good.
So the ACPA, right? And the ACPA is effectively powered armor that can fly. It's got big guns. It's a flying tank that is wrapped around a person. The Meta Nation were the ones that invented it, and they sold it to all the big corps right before the Fourth Corporate War. And way out there, this vessel is flying the Meta tribal flag. So those are the things they're known for. You know that they are more of a corporation style nation. And so though they are a tribal nation, their structure is corporate in nature. And they are also known to have a pretty big navy. So yeah, way out there, you're seeing a naval vessel for the Meta Nation.
Say, oh, it's
Would
just
it be
metas.
uncommon for them to be like maybe mercenaries or something for Petrochem?
Give me a local expert there, Kelly. Your knowledge of these
Sure.
folks. And tell you what, add your street deal to this because this is your knowledge of like reputations and all that kind of stuff. And as a fixture, I think you would have your pulse on the rumor mill.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I'm just walk back the truck, start.
You start in the
with
truck.
With him saying that, all of a sudden I'm real nervous.
26. I hope I know all the things.
Awesome. So yeah, Meta Nation is fucking hates Petrochem.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. So Meta Nation is, I mean, Petrochem has ruined so many nomads, and the Meta tribe kind of feels like they should own the waters. And Petrochem and all these other old megacorps and the regional corps now, they are also competing for the same water space. And so, yeah, the metas, they're not friends to Petrochem.
So would they just be patrolling? Could that be what the ship is doing? Just patrolling? If they think they own should own the water?
Okay.
Yeah.
In game. You say all of that, and in game, I'll be like, so about this boat we're going. Probably should have let you know about this. It wasn't just any old cargo ship. It was all Petrochem stuff that we jacked off with this stuff. Like we just took. We took it all. I know what I just said. Let me keep it moving. That's all of it's in the stream. Let's be adults here.
No. Okay.
So yes, you guys stole stuff from a Petrochem vessel that had mysteriously beached itself.
So yeah, like we got there, we tried to figure out, but we just really
But that was
didn't have
weeks
the time.
ago. But that was
That's
weeks
the
ago
thing.
that this happened.
Yes,
I mean, they might still be
Surely
mad
by now
about
they
it.
would have pilfered everything they wanted from it.
here's the thing. See, there's another tribe up north that we cut a deal called Big. You know that little green flag I got in my truck that I say that if anybody goes up north, they should probably grab it out of my truck?
Mm-hmm.
That was a beginning of a deal to try to combine with them that I started leader. I assume the leader of that tribe.
Principal.
I
Yeah.
gave him a container and the other seismic machine that we have in our truck. They don't even know that. Petrochem don't even know that. But it was to solidify a deal. Unfortunately, we've all gotten really busy and we couldn't go up there to kind of solidify the deal. But I still have good standing.
Okay.
So if I was them, I would be kind of mad that another tribes were taken at or happy. So I don't know.
Vinton, a roll for me under your intelligence. Let's see if you recall one more detail.
Just a straight
D10, get under a 7. Or 7 or less.
Baby.
All right.
Now you run a 9? Okay.
All right, no, all good. No, everything you said is totally legit. Nothing was incorrect. Nothing was incorrect at all.
But I feel
You're good,
David,
dude.
I think I remember. I think you know what?
Oh, if you remember, then do it. If you remember, then say it. Yeah, absolutely.
I do remember our hacker taking a whole bunch of files off the ship. Nothing ever came of it. I don't know what happened because after that, Poison yanked me into a razor ball tournament. So I never got to follow up with that lead. But that was the last big thing. Oh, and we took our lovely doctor took a bunch of gray tech out of a soldier. But I think that's it. I think that's everything we took off the ship. I think.
So,
Okay.
mentioning the hacker getting the files, I'll go ahead and give this to you, Vinton. That container ship, when you guys found it, had 3 containers inside of it.
Yep.
But the manifest showed a 4th container that was missing when you guys got to the boat.
Okay. All right. What do we want to do with this info? Who's got good tech? Because I have an idea.
I can tell
what's your
you.
idea?
Don't know shit about it, and it's me.
I mean, I can fudge some.
In most rigs, we have CB, and mine's has that. But I'm gonna need a signal boost for that ship being that far out there to maybe contact with them. Maybe we can parlay a deal. We give it to Petrochem so we can get paid. But then, as we drive away, we can tell them, "Yo, they got their stuff, and they can go light up Petrochem." Because I personally don't like Petrochem. I have an axe to grind with a subsidiary of it. They don't need to know it's us.
Idea. That's not a bad idea. Partnering being like, "Hey, we're bringing one of your enemies in the area. They probably aren't expecting, to have to go to war. So if you want to lay low on the horizon, know that they're coming here at this time. They're going to have this high-tech comms. You want to light them up and take it. That's all you." That's actually not a bad idea because if shit goes south, they might be there for us.
Yeah.
I mean that, or they just start firing at us too.
If they wanted
that would suck.
If they wanted to do that, we
could just if we just drop all this stuff off and then tell them on the way back, then we're done with it and we're moving away from it.
Then we're out of the
line
of
fire. That works better for me.
But that's the thing. I still need somebody. Like I got some decent tech. I got a little bit of tech in me, but if anybody's got better, like I need that because that ship being a mile out.
What if when we get to the ship, let's leave this bug zapper place unless we think I wouldn't know what to look for. I mean, I could maybe find something, But if we go to the ship, maybe there's something a little bit more obvious for comms, and we can, like, as we're leaving, I don't know. My
Out
hope
of
is that
character,
ship
Dave,
out
what's
there is just patrolling.
Out of character.
Yeah, I don't
What's the
necessarily
chances
wanna-
of the ship together?
So you have no idea. You have no
Okay.
idea what's going on the ship. You know, like, Vinton. I mean, you guys could like sit there and kind of work at the comms to see if you could boost your CB signal to reach out to that ship. So if you guys want to take some time, like maybe an hour,
Yeah, let's.
you could.
let's-
I'll let you guys like kind of work at it together because I think Epoxy has some education that she can throw at this. Vincent
Okay.
has a little bit of basic tech, and you guys
Yeah.
could work together to try and boost your signal out that far.
Or
Yeah.
at least have the capability to boost it.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
All
do
right.
that. Let's take a minute because we got time. So
All
let's figure it
I'll
out.
keep watch.
Cool.
I got
Also,
no idea about none of this.
Okay.
What-
So
how-
Silas is out looking
how-
around. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kelly.
how is meta with our nomadic tribe? Is there any bad blood there?
Yeah. So you had a pretty good roll earlier. Frankly, Meta doesn't know who you guys are.
Sweet.
Yeah, you certainly are a family, and you guys have a couple of families you're allied with, like Chromoxy and those sorts of folks, but
Yeah.
you're not a part of a tribe yet. You're families, you're 3 families, but you're not quite large enough to be a tribe, and you're certainly not part of a nation. So if you reach out to them, you'd be doing it without the backing or baggage of one of the major nations, right? But the fact that
Right.
you're nomads and they're nomads, there's probably a little bit of okay, well, you're probably, are you insane? There's probably going to be a little bit of checking for that first. Because you might be
Right.
Shiv Rav. Shiv Rav is a nation of murderous nomads, right? So they're going to want to make sure you're not Shiv Rav, but yeah, that's the thing, is that you don't have a lot of backing, but you also don't have any baggage.
It's worth a shot. A pod.
I mean, I'm just debating whether we should reach out to them before or after. We can reach out to them before, and I just won't mention what we're doing. I'll have to play it pretty. I'll have to walk a fine line, but yeah, this is worth it. Let's do it. That way, so we know what
All
we're
right,
getting
let's
into.
do it.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
So the two of you sit down and get to work on making a more powerful antenna. You grab a couple
Silas,
oh, good.
Silas, you might. I don't know how the mechanics grounded the box, so you might want to get off the truck for this if we do this. That's actually a real thing. Like
Yes.
if you make a
Noted.
2-pound, you can short
Yes.
out. You can short out
Also,
a
give
lot.
me my gun back.
Ah, yeah. Hey, whoever did your etching, I want that on my rifle.
All right, I think they're dead now, but we can figure
I
something
think
out.
I killed that guy, but I know it's understudy. Cool. So Silas, you're
crazy
off the
world,
truck.
man.
You're looking around. Silas, go ahead and give me a perception while you guys are working on this thing, and the two of you are working on a more powerful directional CB antenna.
So is it tech plus?
Yep, basic tech plus tech
Oh, I'm sorry.
plus the D10.
Boom, 21.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice, Silas.
David, I don't have basic tech, but I have education. So would my basic tech be 2?
Correct, because you have enough education to give you cultural understanding of. Yes. So,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Ooh. Still not good.
Casey, what's your total? Oh,
I'm
sorry.
getting in yeah. 12.
God.
Not great.
Oh no! Oh no!
Glad he got off the truck. Glad he got off
No.
the truck.
No. All right, cool. So, you guys are messing with this thing, and the deal with CB, the first problem you have to deal is make it directional, right? Because CB goes everywhere, and that's the last thing you want when you're working on a deal, right?
Yeah.
So you're fashioning a directional antenna, and you're getting it hooked up to the antenna you normally use, so you can take the power off of it. And you guys are messing with it, and there's this like moment where the two of you are holding on to it, and one of you's got a pair of pliers in there, and you feel it like a snap, and your antenna stack that runs the CB like does this bend, and it still will work, right? Because it's an antenna, it'll still work, but you know your range on it just went way down because it's not the right angle anymore. So you have a working radio still, but it's not as good as it was. It needs to be fixed.
Great, because those parts aren't easy to come by.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, she's a fixer.
Yeah. You want me to? I'd like to, if we have the time, can I do a quick run into that shack and see if there's anything that looks like that antenna or that piece that snapped?
Sure.
Now that I know what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I do? Roll
So
with it?
you run up to the shack. There's a keypad on the shack. I'm gonna go ahead and be nice and say that the people that did this mission filtered around the code to get into the key shack because you guys had like made a bunch of changes. So you know the key to get into the shack. You go to this, it's a metal door. There's a little fan above that's like gently spinning. You open it. There's no air conditioning in here, right? And you look inside, and there's this big black encased rack. It's got like little red lights on it, tick 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 tick, right? And slumped against it is a body of a person. They've got these goggles on. You can kind of see his eyes through the smoked glass of the goggles, and you can see blood coming down, and they're just there lifeless. And those goggles plug into.
Oh, I bet these stinks.
Oh yeah, no, it's not great. It's not great. At the very least, it smells like poop, right? It's just not good. And so their goggles are down to like this little cyber deck, and then the cyber deck is plugged into this big black rack. Also in here is a bunch of old copper wiring that was used in the old telco days.
That would work.
Okay. I'm gonna.
A lot of that that's what a lot of made out of.
Yep.
Real life. There's copper.
So yeah, I'm
wire.
gonna be like shouting to Vinton, "There's copper!"
Yep.
And he can
Get it!
take it all.
Yeah, it's all like
all.
gauge. I think like gauge 14 or whatever the right wire is for telco stuff. It's all in there, and you just start pulling out wires, and you've got, I don't know, I'm gonna roll. You got 70 feet of wire.
We only
Okay.
need about to get out to a mile. We only need 5 feet,
Nice.
5 to 6.
There you go.
5.
Nice.
It's been
So-
a while since I built one.
So you have plenty of wire, and you run back with this like big bundle of wire. Epoxy just like was like she started pulling on one and just kept going and going and going, and she comes out with like way too much wire.
I got
And
the thing.
it doesn't take you long to hook up just this wire thing, and one of you just stands out in front of the truck holding the wire, right? It's just a straight antenna. It's like, this works.
Me being the tallest, I'll do
Yeah.
it.
So you're holding this antenna up. Epoxy, you go into the cab of the truck to try and radio this boat. Okay. And Silas, you're out there. It's clear as day. You've got those giant binocs, right? And you're like scanning the horizon on land, and just for fun, you go back to the boat, right?
I think I'll yell back at Sire, if that gun starts turning towards us, let us know.
Yep.
You'll be the first one.
Yep. And Silas, as you go back and look at the boat, there's like a bright light that's like on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off,
It's Morse
on,
code,
off.
huh?
And you're like, huh? Go ahead and give me an education.
Okay.
What is it?
That's
I have
it. Could
a
be
light.
worse. It could be worse. It's the same social expert.
Education plus intelligence.
Hey,
13.
It's not bad.
13. Okay.
I know
They're
something.
obviously
You
they're
see it's
signaling
more-
to you, right? And they're signaling to you numbers, but you don't know what those numbers are. You're like, I know this is the numbers, and you start to like instinctively start to like trying to remember the dots and dashes that they're giving you, but you know it's numbers, you just don't know what the numbers are.
Hey, they're sending us numbers or something.
All right,
Okay.
they know we're here. They know we're here.
Let me see the
I hope it's not a
binoculars.
countdown. Because I really
Like
don't
I
know what the
said,
numbers are.
If that gun starts turning, just let me know.
Let me see the binoculars, please.
Yep. Yeah. So Kelly,
Okay,
you look out. Give me an education roll. See if you know Morse code enough to get this. And I think that Morse code would be super common in the time of the Red. You know, like
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
just shitty comms everywhere, unreliable. You need low bit rate comms, and
I
Morse
got
code.
above 15. I hope that's the target.
Yes,
number.
exactly. So so you look, and they're signaling to you 22, 22, 22. And so
is that the channel?
yeah, so
that the
over on the
phone,
radio,
TV channel?
you flip it over to channel 22.
That's awesome, because I was like, we got 40 channels.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta
was just
go
gonna
one by one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you flip it over to 22 and grab the little handset. How do you introduce yourself?
Well, first off, if they're saying 22, does that mean they're already talking? I listened to hear anything.
Well, they're telling us what channel to turn it. He talked.
Yeah, so you turn and it's dead.
Silent. Okay. Okay. I'll say, ship meta, west of Highway 1. This is, what's our
You're the
Can't
Midnight
tell.
Runners. Your family's
okay.
called
Oh
the
my
Midnight
gosh,
Runners.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
This is Epoxy 6 of Midnight Runners.
Cool.
Do you come in? Do you read?
This is Captain Rollo of the Sunken Lady. Are you that big semi I'm looking at?
I am.
All right. Well, you say you're Midnight Runners. Is that some kind of company, or what are you?
We're just nomads.
Okay. Well, good to meet you. We're out here on patrol. Wanted to see what your deal is.
We are on our we're doing a drop. We're heading north, doing a drop.
All right. Well, be safe out there.
Is there anything we should watch out for?
Sharks.
Do you see anything? Sharks. Well, we don't plan to be in the water. All right.
What did he say?
Silence. Like what?
Land shark.
All right. And then
It's a tornado.
can I relay back, Captain Rollo? Would it be possible to keep this channel open for you and I for communication? Should you see anything? Should we see anything? Just kind of be eyes and ears for each other for this time.
Give me a persuasion.
Sure.
I normally don't roll for this kind of stuff, but I figure like this does have an impact. Oh, hey. Okay, cool.
18.
18. Nice. He says,
Mutually beneficial, and then we'll be out of here with by 6-7 o'clock.
6.
okay.
We wanna
So
get
yeah,
home
you
before dark.
relay all that to him, and he says, yeah, I think he says, copy that. We will maintain presence until your departure.
Appreciate it. We will we'll radio you when we leave, and if before that, for assistance.
Looking forward to it.
Sorry, she wouldn't say for assistance. She will we'll radio you to let you know we have left the area, and if before that, then if we see something that you need to be aware of.
Likewise, we will send word to you on this frequency if we notice anything that is of concern.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
How am I going to put this copper wire? You know how I'm
Okay.
gonna wrap it around my driver's side window as she finishes up, and I hear the conversation. I start wrapping it on the mirror,
Yep.
pointing the copper wire towards the ocean.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you kind of wrap it around the thing, and you've got it so that it kind of is in that direction. Go ahead and give me a base
Yeah.
attack just to make sure you get it all. You get it all good.
You just wouldn't let me have it.
You know what to do. Does Vinton know what to do?
I just Vinton and I are one and the same.
Not
sir.
quite. You grew up in a world where all this shit is written down in technical manuals. It's super
Fair.
easy to
This
find. He grew up in a world where it's like all word of mouth, and some of it gets lost, and some of it doesn't.
Fair enough.
He's got tricks you don't know, right? Like,
Yeah, true. This is true.
it's a low number. I just want to make sure that you don't roll.
Yeah,
a one.
well, how well have I been doing today?
You've been real up and down.
God, please.
Oh yeah, great roll. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you get it all situated, and really, for them to transmit to you, you're gonna be able to hear it. It's a
Right.
question of whether or not you can reach back out to them, right? And you have it now that you think you might actually be able to reach them.
Okay.
You know,
Alright.
so yeah, you guys are all set up.
All right.
Moving on.
How much time do we have?
You probably still have a couple hours before the meet.
Let's
Just looking
get up
at
there
just
and
looking
see
at how
what we
long
get.
this would have taken y'all, because you would have spent an hour breaking it, a few minutes, kind of sort of making it work.
Right.
Having this conversation.
On that Netrunner body, did I see anything to let me know, like maybe what tribe he may be from?
Oh,
any
yeah, none.
possibility of who he is?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea.
How are they finding out about? That's the question. I'll actually walk up to Epoxy after we get this all like right before we leave and be like, there have been nobody comes out here. This is not a heavily trafficked place for our cast location for 12 people, including ourselves, just didn't die to come out here.
Well, let me see.
Who would
I'm gonna go check that body for obvious wounds, stabs, bullet holes, something.
Yeah, you go back in there. Give me it's tough. I'm not gonna make you roll, but it's tough just because of the scene, and now you know what you're walking into. Before you're probably in shock and were able to just like force your way through. It's clear you've seen Netrunners die from doing a run, and this guy died of a brain aneurysm.
Okay.
Of just massive brain damage while on the run. He's not stabbed or shot.
Okay. So Epoxy would have seen that before.
Yeah.
Okay. Man,
Take
there's
his
something
gear!
about- you know what? This site must not be secure. Or this is like
not
a
his?
desperate situation. So,
Yep.
man, I say we, if the ground is not rock solid, Epoxy would try and bury this cat because
Okay.
he stinks, and that's what.
Yeah, you take some
it's
time and get him buried for sure.
It's called
I would
Bug
help.
Zapper. It seems like it's functioning as intended, not to be too macabre about it.
You're
I
not
mean,
wrong.
you're not wrong.
It's pulling people in and they're dying.
All right, guys. I would like to take a quick break and then we'll do the meet. Does that work?
All right.
Okay, let's
Yep.
take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Okay. All right, stream.
awesome.
We're gonna be back in 10 minutes at the 55 mark, and we'll see y'all then. Right, we are back. I neglected to do our giveaway. This stream is sponsored by Legend Keeper, which is a campaign management tracking system. I love Legend Keeper. We did an episode on Legend Keeper. So we would like to give away a beta key to Legend Keeper. So let's see here. I am going to put in the keyword of... Oh, let's put in meta as the keyword. How about meta as the keyword? META is the keyword if you'd like to win yourself a copy of Legend Keeper beta access. Yes, you can. META. Ooh. Meta in the chat. Keyword meta in the chat.
My E key.
You have to spell it correctly.
Yeah, my E key is sticky.
Meta.
Like, it's not sticky. It either types 0 E's or like 5 E's with one key press, and you never know.
You're gonna get a meta.
You just got to be careful about it. I don't know what it is. I think I'm gonna replace the little. It's.
You know, I went off and
takes a beating.
I went off and and pulled all the caps and cleaned mine out, and so much better because
that's probably what I'm gonna do.
I've had the same keyboard for like almost a decade.
I need to do the same.
I need some canned air.
Yes.
To like really get in there.
Yes. All right, so chat. If you would like access to Legend Keeper, put in meta, and we'll let this ride for just another couple of minutes. META.
Ethan, I saw you rocking an HSG shirt.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got one of the funky blue ones.
Yeah. One of the original supporter shirts. Yeah.
That was the one. That was one where we got sent like. They kept trying to fix it, and they kept not fixing it, and so we've got like 5 HSG shirts each.
You have like more than I do.
Like they just kept
a really original supporter.
And when they finally sent 2 shirts that had the correct color ink on them, both of them were in Kylan's size and not my size. So I got the blue ones. I got like 3 of them.
Oh man.
It's insane.
Do we have big people size? Because I want it.
Well, so yes, we have merch, and it's a different thing now. So like year 1 of High Shelf Gaming, we did an original supporter special run, like a one-time deal. But we have a bunch of merch now, HSG stuff, and then some D&D kind of focused stuff. I need to work on our Cyberpunk shirt. We have a Cyberpunk Chapter 1 shirt, like on the list of shirts to make. I just need to do it.
I want it.
I want it too. Yeah, I need to get on the team.
I do the leggings that I'm looking at here on the merch store. Do they have HSG across the butt?
Yes.
Because okay, good. Because that was my one condition.
Are you buying them for you? Are you buying them for you so that next time you can wear your shirt and then?
That's right. Yeah.
Show up
I mean, I don't think that's safe for Twitch. So like, we'll keep that off the stream. But I'll buy them.
Gen Con.
We're downtown this year. We already have our room.
Awesome.
I think we're not like connected to the convention center, but it's like 2 blocks.
That's awesome.
Like it is walking distance, which is better than last year.
I will definitely be there. I called my dispatcher and he said as long as I get a week out.
Yes.
And so I called my buddy who has a workshop downtown, and I think I can park there for like a day or 2.
Dude, that is gonna be so good. Oh, I can't wait. All right, yeah, we're gonna work on the t-shirt thing, and we're gonna get the HSG across the butt bigger.
Yes.
Oh man.
I mean, how big is it now? Like, does it go all the way across?
No. It's part of the compass rose thing that it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
I need it all the way across.
In the Twitch, if you scroll down, there's supposed to be all the buttons that bring you onto the thing.
Oh, I see. Well, that's more of an HSG on the thigh.
Oh, is it on the thigh? Damn. All right.
It's kind of on the thigh.
Amy and I will work on that, and we'll make sure that it's emblazoned.
If you do like shorts as well, I'll take a pair of those.
Wow, we're going real early 2000s, aren't we?
I love it.
Straight to Juicy.
I love it.
That's right.
I love
Instead
it.
of Juicy, it's
I'm all about it.
Yes. All right, I think we've got all the metas in the chat that we're gonna get. So let us hit the button and roll. Hey, J Ghost won. You are the winner. Congrats,
Congratulations.
Jagos won. All right. Yeah, you won, dude. So in Discord, shoot me your email address, and I'll make sure that the good folks over at Legend Keeper give you a beta key. So congrats, man. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Time to
All right.
do Legends.
Yeah, huge thanks to Legend Keeper for being awesome. And dude,
Let's
when
go.
you Jagos, when you get my Discord, down below is our Discord. So click that, join the server. I'm HSG David in there. Yeah, so down below in the Twitch stream, there's a button to join our Discord, the HSG Discord. Do that. I'm in there as HSG David, and you should be able to find me. If you're on John's Cyberpunk server, I'm in there too as HSG David. I'm one of the admins for the big Cyberpunk server. So, yeah, you got options, man. Make sure you're taken care of. Oh, hey, thank you, Katrina, for putting in the link. I super appreciate you.
Hi, Heather.
I'm going to keep watching the chat, so Jagos, if you have issues, just type it there, and we'll work it out. You and I will work it out. But all good. So, yeah, I'm so hyped that Jagos, you got this. It's going to give you, just so you know, Jagos, you have access, and you can invite up to 10 friends into the worlds that you put into Legend Keeper, and then they can make their own worlds and invite 10 friends each as well. So it's like this thing that just can explode. So you have lots and lots of access now. Okay. Back to the game. You guys have organized a deal with Meta to alert one another of anything that is pretty interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're still out there, right? You can see them floating along, barely on the horizon. I mean, they're way out there. And you guys head further up north towards, as you head further north, right at where you remember the boat being, Vinton, the boat had beached itself where there was like a little inlet where like a stream or an old babbling brook or whatever had come down and carved out part of the beach, right? And the boat was in that, nestled in there. And that was right before the mountains. So ahead of you guys is a number of low mountains, tree-topped mountains that are in front of you. And behind you is this like rolling plains, kind of arid shrubbery business going on behind you. And then, of course, the ocean, right? And Vincent, as you pull up, that boat is gone.
Oh, shit.
I would then be like, how the F? No way.
Like a high tide?
Nah, this thing was beached good. And even in
Has
this
it been
area,
raining?
I mean,
this was a cargo.
yeah, I mean, it had rained, sure. But, yeah, this is a good point. It's a cargo boat.
It's a cargo ship. It was a cargo ship. It wasn't like one of the massive tankers that we used to see back in the day, but it was big enough to have a fair amount,
Yeah.
like
Do I see
rain, erosion.
Do I see any tracks of like, because something like that would have to be pretty big
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
push it.
Yeah,
Or
so you
pull
guys get up here, and you're on the road, and down is this beach, right? So you off to your west is this beach area, and you can see, just looking at it, you can see the depression of where the boat was, right? You can see these like where the sand would normally be really nice and even through here, and like maybe a little bit in from the spillway. It's deeper where the boat used to be. You can see where it cut into the sand and all of that stuff. And no, this thing it's gone.
Yeah,
Somebody
but
could.
do I see depression of anything that would have dragged it away or pulled it?
So
what I
you
mean?
do see a couple of deep tracks. But
Like tires?
yeah. Give me a perception to see like what all can you see, because this is still like kind of a sandy place. You know, it's not the easiest place to find tracks, especially if it's rained at all. It will have washed them
Is that
over.
everybody on perception?
Yeah, if you're all looking there, if you're all there scoping out the situation. Okay.
You know, guys, it's not like it really matters. It's not like, I mean, I gave them coordinates. It's not like they're looking for a boat.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
We just chose
Yeah,
to-
but
Still
Vin-
concerning that a
Like
giant
Vin
boat
would be
wandered off.
like Vin
Yes.
would be fairly concerned about this because
maybe Meta took it.
Either-
Because if that's a Petrochem boat, maybe Meta took it.
yeah, it's like either now that we have Meta and or Bigfoot is a lot bigger than I. Like,
So
or worse, Petrochem figured out where their boat was, and I have now said impossible.
so
Oh, we can always play it off. I can play it off. Don't worry about that part. I can play
Okay.
it off.
so
She's good at
epoxy, you did the 17, Silas 20,
did.
Casey 18. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys are looking around, and they're up off the beach near the road. All of you rolled well enough to see 3 grave sites that are new, that weren't there before.
Ugh.
And you know they've got a it's a bunch of dirt, slightly higher mounds of dirt, and they've got piles of rocks, like little cairns stacked on top of
Yeah.
them. You know, like a nice piling of rocks. Each one has a little cairn stacked on top of it.
Any names that we would see?
Nope, no names, no gravestone or anything like that. Nothing identifying who's buried here. Just 3.
Somebody clean this up.
If I remember right, we had the captain, the only thing I can remember, we had the captain, and we had the marine.
Right.
That was the only 2 that I could remember. I don't remember a third body.
Right.
Did y'all kill any folks up around here?
Nah, Shivrav. Well, at the time before we didn't know who it was, we did get attacked, but that was farther up the road, like just past right before Bugcatcher. And I dropped, if I remember right, one of the young bucks dropped a guy. I dropped 2 guys on a motorcycle, and then everybody else started running. And then we panicked. Your sister dropped, and so we got the hell up out of there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you don't bury your enemies. So, and you certainly don't, like, we didn't put Karens up for that net runner. So
Yeah,
this
that's a
is
lot of-
clearly
Not
an
heavy
act of
lifting.
someone who
Gave a
is clearly
shit.
an act of someone who cares for these persons who died. So
Petrochem doesn't
Petrochem
give a
wouldn't do
shit
that
about their
shit.
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think something happened here. I'd like to do another. David, I'd like to do maybe a perception to look around for like bullet holes.
Sure.
I don't. It's sandy, but are there shrubs? Is like
Yeah,
for, like,
yeah,
bird
okay.
bits,
So
you
yeah,
know what I
this
mean?
this is concerning. You guys spend extra time now that
Mhm.
you're.
I mean,
Was there a
yeah, we got
fight?
time.
Was are there bullet casings around, that kind of thing? Yeah. So go ahead and give me another roll. I'm gonna say this next search is like a policing. You're walking the area looking for things. You're not just kind of wandering around looking for random stuff. You're like combing the area. You're spending some real time
I'm
here.
apparently disturbed.
Sure, but I'm gonna lower the difficulty for this because you guys
Okay.
are looking again and you're being regimented about this and that kind of thing.
Kinda like,
Casey doesn't
My
find
eyes
anything.
My
Okay.
eyes shorted out again.
Yeah, exactly. uh, those cyber eyes, man. They just yeah.
Silas is
That's
on
why
it,
I'm
though.
all organic.
Yes. So Silas.
Except for some comms.
So
So all organic.
So Silas,
Don't count.
what you find that is interesting here is you find hoof prints, like horse hoof prints,
I got horses around here.
and not a couple of them, but like maybe more than 10, coming down off the hill, off to the east. They're around on the other side of the highway. That was the thing, is on the ocean side of this highway, nothing. A couple of
Right.
footprints have probably all washed away by now. But on the other side, you realize, hey, this is not just some random tracks coming down this hill. No, those are actually all horse prints, and there's a bunch of horses that milled around on this side of the road, and then
A
left.
bunch of horses?
Are wild horses a thing?
In our world, in, like the real world, there is a herd of wild
right,
horses,
but
but like in
Since a giant
Cyberpunk,
palm went off?
probably
Right.
not. These are
Y'all know anybody that rides horses?
Don't you, cowboy?
I mean, occasionally, but not this many. I can't ride 10 of them at once.
Being that I travel, I'm gonna ask for a local. I would like to do a local expert. Being that I travel up and down, but prior.
Yep. All of you
to
can
see if
do
I-
local expert to think. Do you know
Yeah.
any group that makes extensive use of horses?
All I know is I ride.
Oh yeah!
Oh, explode it!
Nice.
Man, I don't know anything about any horses.
So you spotted, but you know nothing. Well,
I
and
know
you
a
were
horse
you
when
were
I see one, but
you were a city cowboy, right? I mean, you were in
yeah.
you grew up in like the suburbs of Night City.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
a
there's a
spaghetti
lot of
western
episodes in
cowboy,
there.
y'all. I'm fake.
You're a
There's a
rhinestone
lot of
cowboy.
ebb roll
I watched
tonight, man.
Once Upon a Time in the West like 6 times, and that's all I needed. I was good to go.
Why didn't you watch True Grit or something, man? Like
Once Upon a Time in the West is good, dude.
True
True
Grit's
Grit's also
better.
good.
Yep.
But
Yep. Okay. Oh, let me look at y'all's scores.
I got
Yeah, Casey got
Yeah,
nothing.
Vinton see. Oh no, it's Silas that sees stuff. Yeah. No, Vinton.
Oh, my apologies.
Uh,
Yeah.
I-
Oh,
yeah.
Vincent, you did the
Yeah.
10, the 19 plus 1. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yes, we got 20.
All right. So, yeah, Epoxy and Silas, you guys don't really know of any groups that do this, but Vincent, yeah. So in the nations of tribes, there is a nation that is made up of mostly legit Native Americans and those that they adopt, that they bring in. And in your area, there is a tribe called Lobo Fantasma.
Ghost Wolf.
That or that should be plural. So Lobos Fantasma?
Lobos Fantasmos.
Yeah, Fantasmos. Okay. Lobos Fantasmos.
It all matches. Index match.
Gotcha,
I'm pretty
thank you.
I can
Um,
double check for
You are the one with the degree in this stuff. So.
Let me.
But yeah, it
Fantasma's weird, so let me double check.
translated in English, it's
Neither
Ghost
here nor
Wolves.
there.
oh
But Lobos
I,
Fantasmos. Or
I'm not
Phantasmas.
gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna
one
try.
of those. It depends on.
So
It's
this looks
not
like it'd be
important.
the old work of the goat tribe or Lobos Fantastic. My
It begins with
running.
an
So you
My
know
running
that they
game-
didn't move a boat.
Yeah.
You know they didn't move a boat on
It's
horses.
not. Yeah. They're.
But they
Are
clearly
they tech
visited
savvy?
this place.
Are
Is
they
this
tech-
their
like-
land?
Yeah, I mean, these days you have to be tech savvy.
Okay.
So they have like tech aficionados. They
It
have
wouldn't be in how they would operate though. It wouldn't be their operation. Take a boat. I would be thinking with the group that I would run into, they would be more in the land. Like
Well, if they're Native Americans and they may have that history of,
yeah,
of being close to the land, they probably don't want dead bodies just rotting there.
well no
My knowledge of-
the respect thing makes with the burying of the body. They were very
Yeah,
respectful.
they may not be
I'm
connected
guessing it.
with stealing that boat.
But
yeah.
would their outside the game, would it be their operation to work? Because in Vinton's mind, it's like he's ran into him coming into Cali.
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Like
not
Vincent would have
necessarily-
no knowledge of them out on the water.
Out on the water, like it-
Because you don't really drive this coast. You're
No.
inland of all this stuff. So
Yeah,
when you have seen
for a
them,
lot of-
and seeing them is rare, right? This is
Yeah.
like you probably heard legend of them long before you ever saw.
saw him.
Uh,
Like-
yeah.
It once in like the 10+ years of me starting run out here, I've only seen this family a few times. Very helpful, very respectful if you're
Yes.
respectful of them, but it's a rarity to see.
Okay.
I need a. This is stressing me out.
I think this doesn't stop us meeting. You know, they have our coordinates. They don't know to look for a boat, so we're okay. I think we just keep this in mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out because all we see are horse hooves, or prints.
If anything, maybe I'll shoot it when we get back to base. I'll try to get in contact with my father.
Yeah.
He should be on his way back out here.
Well, and you guys have a number of contacts now, right? You've got your dad, you've got Bigfoot, you've got Prosper, you got all these people that are active in this area. You have people from Salinas, which is the town kind of north of y'all. So you have a bunch of contacts that could maybe figure out what's going on with with these dudes.
All right. Well, that kind of ruins my idea of posting Silas up on the boat as Overwatch.
Yeah. I mean, he could be in the truck at the crow's nest.
I could.
So to give you some tactical understanding, you've got this gentle slope down into the ocean. You've got the road that sits probably 10 feet above ocean line, just give you an elevation idea. And then it goes down just a little bit into this kind of water management trough thing that's been here for a long time. And then further east, maybe a couple 100 feet east, there's that begins a hill that climbs up, and it's, a good, I'm going to call it 15 feet above the height of the truck. So probably 20 feet, 25 feet off of level of the road. Maybe even 30 feet off level of the road. So you've got this hill kind of off to your east that runs lengthwise kind of down through here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you've got some elevation options other than what you were hoping to see at the boat.
So, Vinton, why don't, with your long range, your rifle, and your fancy new bullets, why don't you post up in those hills? Take your binocs. Keep an eye out.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm a decent shot, not a decent lookout. Like, I shoot what I see.
I can communicate.
If anything,
and so can Silas.
Right.
He's got good eyes.
My thing, the biggest worry that I got is that if it gets into an active shooting range, and this is Petrochem, let's be real, we're gonna be outgunned. Even with a gunboat sitting off in the distance that could help us, we're gonna be outgunned. I want to be able to get us to an X real quick.
He's the driver. He needs to be with the truck.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to stay with your truck. I got you. Okay.
I would like to.
I would prefer to be close to the truck so that I can get in the truck and we can leave. I don't like this plan with me off in the distance because I can run, but I can't run like that.
All right, Epoxy, I got to
be a hero.
Actually, Silas, you have a move of 8. You can run real fast.
You could get to the truck before I get enough speed for you to get in trouble.
Okay, that's fair. So that's a decent plan then.
I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying that in this game, because your move is high, you can actually run. You can book it pretty fast.
I would prefer not
stuff.
to be running after a truck with people shooting at me. It's not my preference.
Well, here's what I was. If everything goes right, we won't have to worry about it. But what I would like is to turn the truck around, facing back towards the camp.
Okay.
Then I would like to you can slide a trailer out from underneath the truck so it's not hooked to the trailer, but it looks like it's still hooked. I want to do that to where if it really bad, like if it gets rad, I can drop the trailer. You can take off, the truck takes off with no trailer attached. The airlines can get ripped off. I'll get them replaced.
Okay.
Yeah, because they shouldn't want to follow us if they have all their stuff.
If they got their stuff.
Right.
I don't think this is going to go sideways, but I would like to prepare in that way. What do you
Yeah, so you take a bit of time to prep this trailer. And I'm going to say that you have it so that your truck is there, and like if you back up, does that hook the trailer?
Yeah, it click. It's an automatic click. Like fifth wheels automatically click
Perfect.
if you
Perfect.
back up.
So you're like a few inches or a foot away from that click, kind of thing.
Yeah, just a few. Like it's literally like 3, 4.
Perfect. Yeah, so you've got it. It takes you some time and all that kind of stuff, but you guys have it. So you're in a ready to bug out position.
Yeah, ready to take off.
Yeah, good.
Ready to call in artillery shells and get out.
Good. And you're all hanging around by the truck. I heard nobody saying I want to hang out on the hill. Right?
Because if
Do I have
if
to hang out on
Petrochem,
the hill?
No,
you
no,
can
you're
get into
gonna be a whiny bitch
the
about
crow's
it.
nest. Wow.
I got
Epoxy?
I got the hand cannon. The
Look,
rifle
I'm
is not
here,
mine.
I'm not here to force people to do shit they don't want to do because they're gonna sit there and be bitchy in my ear when I'm trying to make a deal.
Epoxy.
So, look.
Epoxy.
I'll stick right by you, Epoxy. How about that?
Fine,
Alright,
I'll
come
sit
here,
in
we'll
the
hold
crow's.
hands.
I'll sit. Wow. Epoxy underneath.
You know what? This is the thing I don't like about Epoxy.
Darling,
Dar-
darling, bold fucking move.
All right, my fault. Hey,
That's right. Back it up.
Hey, I'm about to be a friend. I'm about to be a.
She's on
Underneath
edge.
the seat
She's
of my
on edge.
truck.
She's getting her
Underneath.
hardness ready going. Like
Look
she's
at-
getting her cool up, getting ready for
Man,
this.
I want drinking Epoxy back. Fuck this, y'all.
I'm about to solve this. Underneath the seat of my truck, it is a 60-year-old Jeep given by my grandfather. Why don't you put stuff a shot,
No,
edge off, get
No.
ready to make this money.
no. We'll do that
Does
when
gin
it's done.
stay good for 60 years?
I don't know, man. I'm
This
not
gin
an
does.
alcohol
This gin
connoisseur.
does.
This one
Man,
does.
I was like, I don't
It's
know.
been
I didn't
irradiated.
think I said. I was like,
It's good. It's good.
It glows red.
No. While you guys are waiting, you hear a crackle over the radio, and it's what's our
know
captain's
who you
name again?
are.
Captain Rolo.
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 Yeah, this
Like
is
the candy.
Captain Rolo to
Yeah.
Midnight Runners.
Foxy, your
Midnight-
boyfriend's calling you.
Hot damn. Okay, she gets on. Captain Rolo, this is Epoxy of Midnight Runners.
Says you're coming in real faint. Just want you to know there's a Petrochem truck head your way.
She has Vinton kind of angle the thing, the copper wire.
Yeah.
Oh, because
I'll
we're turned
move
the
it.
other way.
Oh, I
aren't we?
didn't even think of it. Yeah.
Fix it.
I didn't think about it. Shit. Hold on. I'll unwrap it real quick and like spread myself over.
Okay, you're just holding it. Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
She responds with Roger that. And then
They're gonna want to know.
A couple of
about-
moments later, he comes back.
Okay,
You
fine.
expecting this?
yeah, they're here for us.
He responds back. Are you doing a job for Petrochem?
No.
What's the he goes? What's the nature of your dealings with them then?
It was a sell. We're selling them some equipment.
Copy.
Just tell them that I stole it and we're selling it back to them double the price.
No.
We're gonna get shelled.
I mean,
Gonna die.
no, yeah, and she comes back and goes, "Hey, if you want to steal it from them after they pay us and we're gone, have at it. But can you wait till we're gone?"
A couple of moments go by. Copy that.
Almost died. We almost
Um,
died,
I
y'all.
mean, we still might copy that as an ambiguous phrase. You can copy a lot of things.
Yeah.
I look over at Silas like, look, I've been
Yeah,
talking
he
on
didn't say
TV for
Wilco.
years. That's
No, he did not.
Hey,
Um,
look,
Give me a persuasion. The conversation's done. Let's see how persuasive Epoxy was.
Yeah, because she didn't want to tell him too much, you know. I didn't want to
Right.
give him reason, so that's why she was very vague.
Luck? Question mark.
Oh, ooh, good point!
a-
Exclamation. She's gonna spend. Let's do 2 luck.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shouldn't have that much. Thank you for the luck. 18.
All right. That's a pretty convincing thing. Okay.
It should have not been this stressful.
And sure enough, a few minutes later, you guys see the dust kick up of this truck heading y'all's way.
Okay.
And Vincent, you've seen a lot of trucks in your day. A lot of nomad trucks. Every so often you see a corporate truck. This thing is a beast. It's this taller than average truck cab situation. Obviously armored. It's got black smoke glass on it, and it cruises along on tracks. It's moving along on tracks, and it does not give one heck about this road. It's just going right over it, and you can see all the dust it's kicking up. And the trailer on the back is this big, huge black lozenge looking thing. It's like it's got sort of an aerodynamic shape to it. It's big and wide. The whole thing is a wide load, right? Like it obviously can't fit in a lane. And it's taller than normal, and it goes all the way back and comes back to a cone. As you're seeing it like round a little corner, you can see this cone on the back. Guys, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Epoxy, I want it.
Oh man,
Nice, Silas.
I did my persuasion wrong. At this.
Well, stank eye.
You're like, give it a stink eye at the truck as it's rolling up.
Makes me look real good. That's how I see good. Stank vision.
Stank fishing.
Give him the old lazy eye.
I got 17.
Y'all, I wasn't here to
Sorry.
clown around, but here I am.
All right, so Casey and Silas, you see this. As the truck makes its last turn heading towards y'all, there's this moment where in the sky, you see 2 little glints of light move and are pacing with the truck. And you look closer, and these are 2 drones, probably about this big in real life, way up, flanking either side of this truck.
Weapon.
And as it gets closer to y'all, it burp 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 gives you guys the friendly honk.
I reach up in the cab and do the same back.
Okay. Cool.
So when you give the kids when they do the arm pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It slows. You know, you hear the treads like slow down as they creep along, and they stop probably 150 feet away from y'all.
Okay.
And one of the passenger door opens, and this guy climbs down. Like it's a climb down situation, right?
Yeah.
And he steps out and shouts over at y'all, "You with the Midnight Runners? Epoxy, you there?" And it's this like shorter Asian guy, balding. He's got like a white beard, white mustache situation going on.
Okay. Epoxy would shout out, Mr. Tan.
Hey.
All right. Epoxy would hop down.
Okay.
Silas is gonna flank.
Okay.
Just
You're with her.
there.
Yeah. He walks towards y'all alone. Silas and Vincent, you're both watching those 2 lights move with him. So they're
He doesn't need another person.
they're probably behind him. It's kind of tough to tell because you're far away, but they are moving as he moves. So very slowly. You can't even hear him. And you have to kind of pay attention to catch him again. Because, they're painted like the sky and all that kind of stuff. They don't have any lights on them. They're not meant to be found.
Him at this point.
They would have to tell you to look for it. Because that was you had a chance to spot him earlier. You're focused on Tan as he's
Y'all
walking
have
up.
mentioned it?
I mean, if I was walking up with her, I'd probably like elbow her and just point so she knows. Just be like, Just so we know, everybody's
Okay.
aware.
I think I would keep my door open on the truck and move to the front of the rig, and just kind of lean up against it.
Okay. So yeah, you're leaning up against your door, but you're right next to the driver's seat.
I'm leaning up a little bit ahead, like on where the wheel arches would be on the truck, and leaning up against that. So I'm in front.
Gotcha. And Silas and Epoxy, you're both heading out on this road. Cool. Tan, he comes up and he's got he just has like a really nice smile. And he says, Epoxy, I'm really glad we could do this today. As you guys are getting closer, he says, I see you brought some detail. That's good.
Well, I can't load that myself.
Yeah, I hear you, and I don't like working with idiots, so it's good that you brought some friends. And he extends a hand to you.
Too.
Oh yeah, standard detail.
Fair.
He extends a hand. Do you shake it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Says, well, I have payment here on a stick I can give to you. How do you all want to do this? Do you want to drop it, we pick it up, or do you want to do a truck to truck transfer? What's your comfort?
I would say, let me see what my driver prefers.
Okay.
Trucking's not really my thing. Deal making, yeah. So I would kind of off to the side and ask Benton, hey man, what's the best way to do this?
Yeah, you radio back to Vinton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, if they have the equipment to take the comms tower,
Give me a perception check, Silas and Epoxy, while you're out here.
we could drop the stuff. That would be nice.
Yeah, nice.
If they have the equipment to take.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll relay.
So
that.
Silas, I'll let you know on that 21. Woo! It's almost imperceptible, but you can see tiny thin lines on this guy's face following bone structure. This guy probably has skin weave on. Not high-end skin weave that's like super obvious to see, like the high armor rating that you look like a bulbous tank. It's very delicate, very fine work in him. Epoxy, you see it too. Yeah, you would see it too. As you're both standing here talking to him, you notice that like his facial hair is kind of covering the seams of the skin weave on his face.
Yep. So I respond, yeah, if you guys have the equipment to take it, that'd be the easiest for us.
Okay.
No,
right? That works for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I do a thumbs up.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for you to do that, and when you're ready, the stick is yours.
Okay.
He turns and walks back to his truck.
Gotcha. I watch him.
Cool.
I just kind of stand there for about 30 extra seconds.
Yep.
And then turn around. Say, all right, let's do this.
Cool.
Let's make some money.
Awesome.
All right, I activate the winch.
Okay.
On the trailer first to get the container off.
Yep.
David, for human, can I? I'd like to do while I was standing there human perception.
Yes.
On this guy. Just to see do I get the creeps by him?
Right. Yeah. You read him.
Aside from
Yeah.
Aside from him just being Petrochem and just
right.
the general douchebaggery. Ooh.
Roll again. Nice. Let's blow that up. Yeah.
Come on. Yes!
Wow. Okay. 29 total. Good stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, you're sitting here reading this guy. He is. Doesn't look like he's going to screw you over.
Okay.
Looks like he is ready to pay you. He feels very safe. Right?
He doesn't feel like a killer.
No. Yeah. You read this guy.
Cool.
He works with dangerous people, so he's got armor, he's got protection, but you don't get the sense that this guy enjoys killing people.
Okay.
Right? You don't know who all's in the truck or any of that kind of shit, but he is not a killer. Yeah.
Okay. So he's not gonna just
chill little homie.
Just kill us.
Right.
And take take the stuff and the money and bounce.
Right.
Like I don't get that feeling.
Right.
Okay. So she'll stay cool, calm, and collected as well.
Cool. So you guys head back to the truck?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
I'm already starting to put the winch on it, start dragging it off.
Okay.
And activating the machine and walking it off.
Okay.
Keep your. She would tell you to make. Don't put away your. If you had your rifle on you, keep it on you. Like don't put it away.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doing all of this with it on me.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So you're getting the container off the trailer. It's slow, right? Because winches are slow and all that stuff.
During this time, Silas, will you kind of scope around, keep an eye out, see what's to see while Vincent's working?
So you guys have this container about halfway off, and Silas, you look out over the water, and there's this like creepy sensation before you realize that you're seeing two small black dots with water kicking up behind them, headed in towards y'all. And it's like coming right at you.
Y'all, we got some company.
We screw her over.
She's gonna radio to Rolo.
Okay.
Captain Rolo of Meta Nation, this is Epoxy from Midnight Runners. Come in.
Cool. These guys are fast. Okay. So you watch as you're waiting for the reply back as these two low-winged, they're about 3 times the size of a person. Okay, so not that big. And from way off, they were little dots. But they must have been hauling ass across this water. And as you're waiting on that reply, you see both of them bank up and split as these containers tumble out of their off of their bodies and bounce once, bounce twice, and slam into the side of that big black truck. And whoosh, goosh, goosh, as big explosions rip into that truck. As you watch as the shell of the truck ruptures and begins to like peel away as the concussive force of this explosion just lands into it. I need all of you to make concentration checks to stay up, because these explosions are close. I mean, 150 feet is still close for these explosions.
Cool guys don't.
Oh, Silas, you're on the ground, dude.
No.
On your ass.
Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Is it
3.
concentration, you said?
Yeah, concentration to stay up while this thing is happening kind of all of a sudden. Okay.
I should have had
Paid
blood.
yet. Fuck!
All right.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Plus
That's
your concentration stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't come in. That's +8, so 14.
Okay. Okay, cool. So Epoxy, you fall to like a knee. Vinton is on his butt too. You get thrown back, and Epoxy, you look out as the truck was absolutely not expecting this, and you see even though the trailer is rupturing and leaning, the truck is not falling over as 2 guns. One is like broken on its way out. The one closer to the cab rises up and starts up towards one of the suits that split it off. Let's all roll initiative, because I need what you guys do, right?
So
Forget
I
it.
had
How do you
my
do?
Oh, so initiative is a D10 plus your reflexes.
and I had my warpath.
You add your warpath, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm out of the truck, so I don't get my truck.
Correct. You do not get your vehicles
Okay.
in. Now, when you jump in your truck and start doing something with your truck, your initiative is going to jump forward.
That's 17 initiative bonus. Let's go.
Sorry.
10.
I mean, I think the last time I rolled initiative, it was like 30, but like
Yeah.
24 is not bad either.
Oh man. All right.
24 is not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. So
And yet again, I'm not the plan person. I have no idea what the plan is,
that's
but I'm
right.
ready.
That's right. That's right. All right. So let me do. Meta is at a.
Because, man, my first thought is this is not our problem. Payment, we're leaving.
We ain't gonna get nothing if
The payment is in the truck.
No, but it wasn't
Homie,
about to be like, no,
toss
give us
it.
payment first with this guy with 2 drones, this giant black truck.
Hail Mary the money to us right now.
Yeah, like giving you your money is his priority right now. All right, so
Hey, we've dropped the equipment. It's done.
all right, so Silas is at
Transaction
24, Vinton is 11, and then Poxy's at 10.
I feel like it's just initiative, right?
It's just initiative. So Silas, you go first in all of this. You are on your back, and you look, and you're just taking stock of the situation. You know that these two birds are coming back. You can see them already starting to arc around and down. So you know that they're not done. And this truck is looking like it's going to fight back with whatever it's got.
All right, I'm just going to hop up to my feet and be like, shit, man, I think they got it covered. Let's get the hell out of here, man.
Where's this guy at?
And I'm just I'm hopping up, like I'm on my feet, and I'm like, what the fuck, guys?
All right, so
what do we do?
So you still have some movement left. You can still take an action. I'm gonna say you are near the truck. You're near the truck, but you're like on the road near the truck.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna wait. What are they doing? And then I'll.
All right, so your hands up kind of thing.
Like, I'm back against the truck. I'm gonna move back against the truck, and my gun's ready. I'm not gonna shoot at anybody yet, but it's ready.
Okay, cool.
I'm ready to hop in against the losing side, man.
All right, good. So that's Silas. You see these 2 meta body armor suits, these 2 power armor suits, loop back down, and they cross one another. And while they're doing that above, they're strafing this truck, and you hear their guns as it like just buries lead into the cab of the truck, and you're seeing these holes break in through the hood of the truck of the
Shit,
the,
y'all,
the
it's
top of the
Iron
cab.
Man out here. It's Iron Man.
Meta, don't fuck around, y'all.
They're not firing at my truck. Right?
Not at your truck, at the other truck.
They couldn't have waited like 10 minutes, man. We were out of here.
We were so close. So close.
All right.
If I'm close enough to the cab of the truck, I will grab the CB radio and be like, "Not cool, bro. It's not cool."
Well, your turn is done. You can do that next round.
Okay.
The
Can
truck.
that be my one action?
Yeah. The Petrochem guys, they still get an action. You see as this gun tracks on one of them, and you watch as one of the suits, Silas especially, you see this just because where you are. You see it take a round and go sideways and start to jig through the air like it's struggling to stay aloft. And those 2 little points of light zone in on the other one, and they're trying to chase it. They don't seem to be doing anything yet, but they're giving chase to the other suit that rocketed by. That's them. Vinton, what are you doing, bro?
Where's the Petrochem guy with the...
He's in the cab of the truck where all those bullets just went.
I want to do perception roll to see if there's any other guys in there. Is this all odd?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception. You spend the combat round peering through this dark smoked glass to see what you can see.
Come on. He's learned from his last engagement not to be so hasty, though he really wants to take a shot at them drones.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Come on. I see nothing.
Okay. So, you're peering, and man, it's full of smoke, right? It's those, not all those rounds hit the cab, so a bunch of stuff hit the ground and street around it, so there's just dust and smoke up everywhere. There's a lot of distractions, so you're trying to figure out what's going on in there, but you don't really catch anything. Poxy, what are you up to?
From Captain, or is it still just like nothing?
So let's see here. Good point. Captain Rolo sends across. Stay put. This will be over in a minute.
Okay.
I shot at Epoxy's like, look, if you don't get an answer soon, I'm gonna start lining drones, and we're gonna align ourselves with the Iron Man.
No. Okay. She definitely yells back like, you couldn't have fucking waited.
Cool.
And that's gonna be it. Question: how much
Not
was
cool,
this
bro.
deal worth?
Say again.
How much was this deal worth?
So this was significant to the tribe. This was, I think, when we did our deal last time, this was like $2,000 to Vinton and $1,000 to you, and everybody else was on the mission.
Yep.
Yeah.
As of right now, I got
What?
As of right now, I got like 4,050 eddies. I would like to.
You'd like to
so
keep
it was
all of
like
those. You might lose 2 of them right now.
Right. So this was like a $30,000 or 30,000 Eddie deal for the tribe.
This was a big
Right.
deal, and the tribe was giving you guys a cut. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering because if she would know, so that she could tell Captain Rolo, like, if you fuck this up for us, you owe us this much money.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's give it a number. $90K.
Okay. So yeah, that's what she's gonna say. She'll be like, "We weren't paid yet. Like you fucked up. If this goes south and we aren't getting paid, you owe us 90,000 Eddie. But we will not shoot on you.
Okay.
We'll wait this out.
Give me a
and-
persuasion.
Persuade. Cool.
Yeah.
Also, she's gonna tell Vinton and Silas to hold off, take cover.
Yeah.
Like,
All
let's
right,
not get in
man.
the middle of
That
this.
crit
We are
stick better
outgunned.
be in one piece when this is done.
We're outgunned for this. You said persuasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's under cool. Okay.
Just look.
I don't know. Last time I used luck and got 20 and it wasn't good enough. So fucking A. I don't know this guy. Okay.
Your persuade was good enough for something.
Okay. Well, that's good.
It's good enough for them to not just blow us to hell too.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll throw 2 more luck in there.
Okay. Nice.
24.
Nice. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Cool.
That might be like 45K worth. I don't know.
Mike and half.
that'd be more than that. That'd be more than that.
Awesome. Okay.
He might be like, shit, man.
Back at the top of the round, Silas, you kind of know the plan from Epoxy. Supposedly these guys have been dressed down by her.
I definitely do want to check in on the cab, see if my special, non-special eyes can see anything.
Your special, non-special? Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
There's nothing special about these eyes, man, but we'll see.
Do you remember the old Contact ad? My special eyes.
Yes. Perfect.
Specialized.
So that's, okay, so that's just a plus 12. You know what? I'm going to throw some luck in there. I'm
Cool.
going to throw 2 whole points of luck. I like that tactic. There
Cool.
we go. 23.
Nice.
All right. So you're peering at this truck, and the guy that you saw go into the truck looks like he's the only one in the cab of the truck. Okay. And he is clearly either wounded or dead. Like he's sitting in a funny way. Right? But with that 23, what you see, which is more important, is out of the trailer of this truck, you see this big metal paw on the outside of the truck about to emerge from the trailer.
Okay, I'm gonna yell, oh shit, y'all, it really is Iron Man in here. We're talking about the first one. Jeff Bridges, War Machine.
All right. So
That's one
you
of the
have this
classics.
information. What would you like to do? You still have some movement.
Shit, man, I'm in the cab.
You're like, this is the best I got. All right.
I am in the armored part of the cab. I'm like, we're done.
Yeah. And it's the
All
big red. It's the big red truck cab, right?
My truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So
By
you
the way-
climb inside the brightest, reddest thing.
I'm
Hey
just
man,
letting you know,
it's got
I
no
don't-
guns on it.
I know.
I don't have no bulletproof glass. Only the front of the engine's armor and only the crow's nest's armor. I haven't had time to armor the
Man,
rest
I'm
of
in the
truck.
crow's nest with my head down.
You climb
I'm
up in
ready.
there.
I can shoot. I can.
Please
Yes.
don't
If
shoot
I
out
have
my
to.
window. We've been through this already.
Yep. So you're up in the crow's nest, ducked down.
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
We're not.
How
So
far away, David? How far away? With my movement of 5, could I make it to the cab and back to my truck to go get that stick?
nope, you can make it a third of the way.
A third of the way to the
It's
cab?
150 feet, right? 150 feet. You've got a move of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 gets you 10 yards or meters.
30 feet.
So 30 feet. So no, it doesn't even get you a third of the way. It gets you
Man,
like
not
a quarter of the way out there.
And there's nothing in between.
It's dirt.
It's
You know what? Actually, you could end up on either side of the road, and you would have, like, if you're on the east side of the road, you've got that little depression, and then that hill going up. So you would at the very least be concealed or covered from the boat. The boat couldn't see you anymore.
Yeah, but Goliath and Joe, they're down.
Goliath is coming out oceanside.
Oh,
But looking at this, you've got 12 seconds of running ahead of you. Oh no, actually, if you do double run, right? So you move, and then instead of doing a significant action, you move again. That gets you 60 feet.
60 feet. So that's a third.
Yeah. So you're looking at 9 seconds to get to that. But that's 3 combat rounds, and a lot has already happened in the first one.
All right. I'm gonna move to the front of it because I'm guessing I'm still back by the.
Yeah,
Right,
you
right.
had just lowered everything when
Right.
when this went down. So yeah.
I moved towards to where my open door is, and I shoulder my rifle.
Okay.
And I wait. I just wait.
All right.
I wait.
So you're at the door. Are you up
Yeah.
on that little like step? So the door is
Nah.
okay.
Nah, I've taken you down.
Okay.
In a prone.
Oh, okay, nice. So you're
Yeah,
prone.
I'm
watching.
prone.
Okay.
Watching.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. If you think of like the step, I'm leaning up again. My body's leaned up against the step,
Yep.
pointing out.
Okay. I think I did this wrong because Silas, you just did your thing. Okay, Vincent, I'm fine with you being there, but I think we did this out of
Okay.
order. Because the other 2 factions get to go. The meta pilots, because they went out horizontal, they're going to spend this turn coming back around. So you see both of them doing maneuvers. One goes up and down. The other one gets low across the water as he spins back around towards the truck. They don't fire during this time. Okay. On the Petrochem's turn, you see that the drones seem to have figured out what they're going to do, and they shoot something at the one who went up. And oh shit! Okay, they hit. Okay, you see as two explosions happen at the vehicle, at this like armored flying person thing, and you see it like get thrown a little off course, but it's still doing its maneuver. Okay, but the drones did hit it, and you see it automatically begin to just fire lead in the drone's directions. Like the pilot doesn't even do anything; it just starts shooting at them.
Got mini
It is Iron Man
F-35s.
here.
We literally have mini F-35s going on here.
Yeah,
I want one of these suits.
yeah. No shit, you do. Yeah, no
I
shit, you do.
definitely don't want
Really
to
would.
fucking tangle with one of these suits.
All right, now Goliath.
My
'Cause we've
ass is
called
in
him
the
that.
cab.
You see this arm, Silas, especially because where you are, and Epoxy. I'm gonna give this to you too. You see this form leave the truck. It's this big hulking suit. It doesn't fly, clearly. It looks like it would be, it's armed and armored, but it could also maybe like pick up some of the stuff y'all dropped. Right? Like it looks like a big, heavy industrial thing. And you see it extend its left arm thing, and there's this huge tube at the bottom of it, and it goes dunk, dunk. And you watch as two shells leave out towards the boat. And you feel the concussive power of that cannon that just went off from its arm. And those rounds are going to be in the air during this combat round. We'll see what happens next combat round.
Is anybody else within like easy earshot?
I mean, we're all in the same.
All three of you are right next to each other.
Okay, I'd be like, Epoxy, man, it sounds like either way we're gonna get paid because that's some pretty heavy firepower he just sent down the line.
Jeez,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
good.
not go.
like at this point,
I'm all right.
I
Is it
know
my
for a
turn,
fact
David?
when
Yeah, now at the end of
Sorry,
this, it is Vinton's turn. So Vinton, you're prone, looking. Actually, Vinton, is it okay for you to have gotten here this turn? Because I think I gave you an extra turn by accident. Is that all right?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
and
Give me something
instead of-
minor you want to do while you're here.
I would have saw that and immediately just re-shouldered my. Like, he is fully like the smoke has stopped coming out of his beard. His eyes have gone back to a lighter red. He's like, nah,
Cool.
nah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna wait this one out.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
That's definitely what Epoxy would be saying to guys like, y'all, let's just duck and cover, head down. We are not here to tangle. We
I'm
can't
crouched
fight
down from the
either of
crow's
those
nest,
fuckers.
way ahead of you, bro.
Like,
Let's all
I'm
pull
like,
a stylus.
I'll
To
motion
start
for
kissing
my
our
helmet
asses
that's in
goodbye.
my truck.
You've got it. You've got it. You've got your.
I just grab my helmet. I'm like, I look directly at Epoxy. I'm like, next time I'm gonna like the is here to come. All right, got me out here in Kevlar.
Oh my god! So you've got your badass helmet on.
Silas, last session, let's headshot a fire truck. Silas, this session, No.
War Machine, Iron Man 1, and Iron Man 2 fighting us, and it looks like Ghost Recon going on.
This,
Yeah,
this is not the same kind of fight, y'all.
way
right.
above where the family's at.
All right.
David, are
Yes. Yes.
are the drones and stuff? Are they going over by the hills?
Yeah, they kind of ended up over by the hills and raised up to try and intercept that guy as he had to go up and down. So he did this whole like sky maneuver, and they moved to intercept to get close enough to do their thing.
Okay, I was just scoping out to see if the hills were a good place to go hide. They are not. So we're gonna bunker down. We're
Okay.
just gonna full foot.
All right.
Oh, should you? This might be. You try to win the boat that they got heavy art. coming in. We've all seen it, right? Like, you should probably tell homeboy, like, y'all got some big shells.
That's a good idea.
I mean, he's gonna find out in about 3 seconds. So I don't know if he's got time to really do anything
Fair
about
enough.
it. You know.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah. By the time I get through, I'd be like, "Hey, you got it." There they are. Okay.
There it is.
But
Would you want to warn them?
I would radio incoming.
Okay.
That's all. That's it.
Incoming.
That's probably all I could get across. Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if their reaction is fast enough then. Because you're giving them a chance to react. Okay. Cool. So, you radio incoming. Silas, your turn. You're bunkered down still, watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
You know, I want to stay abreast of the situation. I'm definitely not getting involved.
Yep.
You're just kind of poking out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Prairie dogging it.
There's a little peeks. Like,
Uh-oh.
Hold on, Vincent. Give me that helmet. It's like,
No!
You guys fighting over the helmet. All right, so
man, I'm sticking my head up in the line of fire.
Kids, we're all
you
gonna
watch
die, okay?
you watch
Don't worry about
as
helmet.
the yacht, that deck gun does move, and you see it like letting rounds loose, trying to do something about the shells coming in. Doesn't seem to have worked, right? You see it arcing to try and get a resolution on them. No, but do the shells hit? Okay. You watch as one shell splashes the water, kind of close to the boat. And you watch as the other one slams into the side of the boat. It's far away, so when I say slam, all you see without binoculars is a little of dust. Like a little because of how far away it is. But you know because of how far away it is, that was a big hit. You see like a little red and yellow of an explosion, but it's teeny tiny. Way out there. Super safe.
Like 10 people are dead. It's fine.
I'm gonna throw up the binoculars to Silas and my helmet if he wants it and be like, look.
All right.
As soon as the helmet gets up, it's hats off. He's like, it's off. And just.
All right. So Silas, you see as looks like the front of the boat took a shell. It's still floating. It has a hole in it, but it's still up. And you can barely make out that the gun looks like it's out of commission. Okay. But
oh shit, y'all! Their big gun's gone.
but their flying, their men in suits are up, and you watch as they pour everything into this Goliath. Like, they're ignoring the gun that's kind of working on the bed of this truck. That was their original target. But you watch as they full salvo short-range grenades, AP rounds, they unload into this thing. And you watch as just sparks and explosions slam into this thing, and it staggers, and, more rounds enter it as they just aim right at it, unloading as much as they can into this thing, and at the last second peel away, and it's just this smoldering, smoking carcass of an armored thing. Like, there's holes all the way through it. It's completely jacked, and you see like
they took it out.
The two of them spent the entire round
Clever.
murdering this thing down to the ground. That was not okay to have on the field.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of Vin kind of dies inside. He was like,
Yeah.
Did you
Man, I
like
wanted to be War
Goliath?
Machine.
Yeah.
Oh, War Machine.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough watching, right? It's tough watching. And they're loud. Like once they move away, you can hear their jets like roiling through here. And their little drones are still trying to give chase. This gun is trying to shoot at them. They seem to have sorted out the things that are giving them problems.
okay.
And over the next couple of combat rounds, you watch as these two things pick out the drones, pick out the gun, right? And strafe the truck one more time, and then land at the truck.
Does the truck explode?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
There's
It-
I put
money's
my
in it.
hands up.
Yeah, one of them lands facing the truck. The other one lands facing the water, and you see it like turn its head towards you guys, and give you like a hold in position sign.
All good, buddy. We're all good.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir,
Cool.
yes, sir, man.
Cool.
This ain't my speed.
Yep. And the one that was facing the truck walks up, rips the door off of this truck, and you watch as like the metal doesn't want to give up the door, right? So it just peels away as this big strip of metal comes off the housing for the engine for this truck, and it just like leaves the door there. Like the door never detached from the truck proper, but they ruined this truck opening this door, right? And you see him reach in, pull some wet fleshy thing out, and then reach in further, and it is pulling on something inside the truck. A few moments later, you see it extract this big crate about this big with a bunch of wires and stuff coming out of it. And it sets it down on the ground and reaches inside and pulls out another, now larger thing with some radiological symbols on it. And it football carries one and palms the other. Jets and goes back to the boat.
That's cool.
And after a couple of moments, the other one has been kind of here looking around, and then it takes off and heads back to the boat.
All right, let's go get our money, y'all. I think we're good. Well, ask our homeboy if we're good.
Yeah, call your
I would radio Captain Rolo or
Yep.
or whoever. I would say Meta Nation ship. This is Midnight Runners. Do you copy?
It's Captain Rolo. We copy. Thanks for the heads up.
Wish I could say the same.
We're done here.
Wait. I'll grab it. I'll grab the. Wait. How much does one cost?
Oh. Yeah, so you asked that question. Does he have a...
What question did you ask?
How much does one of those suits cost?
Oh, okay, that's what.
Yeah.
That's funny shit.
He
Membership into the Meta Nation.
Yeah. No, he radios back. Before the Fourth Corporate War, we were selling them for $2.5 million.
How
I'm
about
sure you
now?
don't sell them. Fuck, they don't sell them now.
He's like, I don't have that number for you.
Is there a
Not
way
enough
that we can
Eddies have been
contact
printed.
Yeah, not that Eddie's been printed. What'd you say, Vinton?
Do we? I want to do. Can I use my conversation here, general conversation, to see if I can become his friend or get contact information for the fam?
Sure. Yeah, roll me a conversation. I think that's appropriate because there you see as the boat like is listing a little bit as it like starts to turn away and head, and you see these two man planes land on the back of the boat.
Vinton, ask him if he wants some comms. Slightly damaged.
Slightly damaged.
They are
And, yeah,
people that could actually
Hey,
use
you
them.
know what? Actually,
You
yeah.
know?
And I'll ask that too. Like if
They've got capacity.
If they would like to what's left on the back.
Okay.
So
He radios back. If you leave it there, we'll pick it up.
you know what?
And transfer the money.
We're not gonna. We're gonna go get the cred stick off what's left of the soup.
Yeah,
bottle.
I'm gonna while they're doing all that talking stuff, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go look for the cred stick.
Yeah, Silas, you run over it. It's gruesome. So it's oh god.
I mean, it's real gross, but
Yeah, give me a perception, because
I need
he
that
wasn't
money.
like gentle when he moved Tan out of the truck.
That's a fleshy bit.
So is it in the truck? Is it with the thing? Is it somewhere between the thing and the thing? Okay,
20.
so Silas, it takes you a little bit, but you head over there and you do find the cred stick. It was just outside of the truck, underneath some stuff, we'll call it, and yeah, it's right there.
Does it still work?
Yep.
Bring it back. Let's check it.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hey y'all, it's real gross, but I got it.
Epoxy'd like to check it. Make sure it still
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. It's so Petrochem knows how to work with edge runners, and with edge runners, you give them, creds that they can use without like being traced and all that kind of stuff. So it is on a cred chip that works, and you guys can drain it of its finances.
All right, fine. Let's. Vincent, are you talking to Captain Rolo now? And
Yeah, he's been talking a little bit.
Yeah, I got
All right,
21.
then let's give this as a gift of goodwill. And
Whatever. I don't want to ever such crap ever.
Right, but we're giving oh yeah, sure. Let's not make a stink about it.
Okay.
Yep, no problem. You ain't gonna get nothing.
And
out of me.
Right.
maybe Epoxy
Call it a
will
down payment on
kind
one of
of
those
help him
suits.
work. Maybe Epoxy will give it kind of like tell him what to say in regards of like, hey, we could take this with us if it's going to be too much trouble. Like, kind of make him ask for it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you guys don't want to come back for this, we'll just take it with us.
Yeah.
And so,
Give me so Casey, the 21 is your conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to get recontact.
Yeah. You get a bit of a rapport out of them. You crack a joke about how you guys, I don't know, totally smoked
the
that.
death of Warhammer.
Yeah, totally smoked that dude. And so you get a bit of a chuckle out of them, and some contact information. They know how to contact you. Is
me personally?
Yeah, well, they know how to contact the Midnight Runners now. You say, hey,
Okay.
you can catch us on this frequency on the ham radios, that kind of thing. So they know how to reach out to you, but they don't tell you how to reach out to them.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
I know. It was, yeah. We needed it to be a little bit higher than that. And Epoxy, you feed in a little bit of detail on getting this crate and the shaker vehicle, the walker, turned over to them. Give me a street deal, Epoxy.
I'm gonna throw my last bit of luck in there.
Sweet.
So.
That was.
Ugh! Needed that luck.
Yeah.
All right. All luck is gone.
Yeah. So you get on the horn with Captain Rolo, and it's like, actually we just got paid. So if you don't want this stuff, we're gonna take it. And he says, no, we'll come by. We do appreciate you setting it down for us, and we'll be in touch.
I'm gonna push it.
Cool.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I want to find out if they took out. No. I want to find. I want to know if they took out the ship.
Oh.
This is a personal thing that I've always wanted to know. Like, no. I want to be like, hey, do you guys have any idea what happened here? That's what I'm just gonna ask.
Cool.
Like, hey, do you guys have any idea what happened to the ship?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
So is that a genuine?
They
Is
do
that still
patrols.
conversation?
Yeah. Let's do persuade. Or no, actually, I think this is interrogation, because you're trying to get specific information out of him. You're not trying to get him to do anything. You're not trying to build rapport right now. You're trying to kind of cash in a little bit of that rapport. So do an interrogation. Throw in a +1 because you've been kind of palling around with the guy just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see if, because your conversation was successful and your deal was successful from Epoxy. You guys have had a number of successes with this guy. So I'll give you a +1.
Amazing.
Versus his concentration.
What is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool plus interrogation plus a D10.
6. I'm gonna throw in luck with all my luck.
How much luck you got left?
5. I haven't used any.
All right.
I haven't used any.
All
Yeah, I want
this
this.
is you
info
want
really
this.
bad.
All right, I love it. I love it.
I really want to know what happened to that shit.
Yeah.
David's sitting back here with the. I don't know, man.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah, I got you. He just messed up the roll a little bit. It's all good.
The syntax.
Yep. I would offer to roll for you, but every time I do it screws you over.
Yeah, no, please don't.
It's a lot of pluses. I mean, it's a
Well, I put a plus in front of
14.
the roll.
15 total.
15.
Oh, come on!
You rolled a 1. Roll again. Roll
Make it
again.
Suck more.
How bad is
more.
it? We got to figure out how bad this is. Rolled a 1. I can't believe it, dude.
Oh,
Dude, roll 20 does not like you.
No, it loved you in the
It's
beginning. It loved you in the
Man.
beginning.
When you needed ones, it had them there for you.
Yes.
But then it just kept giving them to you.
Yeah.
I don't want any more.
It's like, you want more ones? We got plenty.
Okay, so that's an 11. All right, cool. He says we don't discuss the details of operations.
Understood, sir. Sorry about that.
No harm, no foul. See y'all next time.
Yes, sir. I hook up to the trailer and I start gearing. Like, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
rolling coal.
It sucks because this truck, this big, black, huge truck, takes up the road. So you off-road it a little bit to get around.
Yep.
But because you don't have a big load now, it's okay. Right?
Oh, yeah, no. The trailer's bouncing in the back. I'm scraping my mirror past the truck. Like, we're out. We're rolling.
Yep.
So fast.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you guys all load in and you head home.
We did it.
Overall,
We make it. We
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
nobody else jacks with you. They're all dead or leaving.
Fuck yeah. Okay. I
So what
gotta
do we-
know. I gotta know. Why the fuck was there a war machine in the back? Is that just walking around backup for Petrochem?
like,
Or is
why
that
get
like they
shit?
thought
Why
shit
don't-
would go down?
Petrochem does not fuck around.
So this is
Also,
like why they have backup.
it's a
Partially, it's like, let's load up the truck.
yes.
With the
It is.
big
It is a one combat thing, but 2, it is a lifter. It does
I
have a task to play.
Okay.
I
okay.
understand that we live in this future. There are mechanized equipment that can pick up this kind of stuff. With an undersling 100mm howitzer though.
Yeah, that was the only thing it had on it. When you look, it's the only thing it had on it. It had one big gun, and
Oh my
you kind of
God.
think of it this way: you're gonna meet up some randos, right? Small arms don't scare randos.
Yeah, no, that terrified me.
Yes, that is a no. We're not playing.
That was an immediate like. Vent was like going from maybe I'll help out meta to hell no.
Yep.
Yeah, when I saw the like power suits or whatever, I was like, cool, I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
Watch the big boys fight.
Listen, I'm a gunslinger. It's a person. I'm looking for people.
Right.
Just people.
Right.
And I deal with the armor that people might have.
Yep.
But that's it.
Yep.
That-
So congrats, guys. That was good. That was real good.
If
We don't-
anything, that shows us how, for a long time, for Vinton, with all success that our family has had, that was reality. This character, what we just saw, what we realized that maybe we're not the biggest. Like he's been humbled in 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
The don't need sass, epoxy.
No. I'm totally there. I'm like, I just
Yeah,
watched
no,
like
but
big boys play, and I am a
Like-
teeny tiny puppy. Like
Like,
what?
we got a long way to go before we can, like, all this, because this also works into the whole that Vinton has corporate,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be like toned way down.
Mm-hmm.
Like he won't be picking as many fights as he was getting. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
That's where man Silas, after that first like with the big fire truck thing and all the dudes shooting in the armor, he's like, well, fuck it. No more. He's like, I'm done, man.
Yeah, I didn't know which way this one was gonna go. I mean, obviously we're kind of making it up as we go along because I had no idea we are gonna run this drop. I was just gonna say it happened, and we'd move on. And
This was so much more fun, though.
yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
This was great. This was great. And
And now we have a connection with Meta, which, oh my god, what a powerful connection that we
That
could
is an
super duper
amazing
use.
connection.
Yeah, we did give them like really fancy comms, but who else could we give that to? You know, right? Like,
yep. Well,
I mean,
and
we
you
certainly weren't giving it to Petrochem.
and you teed them up, right?
yeah, yeah.
They were hanging out in the area. You asked them to stay around, right?
Mhm.
And then they're like, "Oh, Petrochem's out here." And then you said, "Yeah, we're dealing with them." And that perception, that persuade was, "But we're still okay."
Oh, okay.
That's what that persuade was. He was like, "Oh, you work with them, huh?
Gotcha.
I have opinions
Gotcha.
on that one."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad you nailed that one. My truck would have got shredded.
What
Yo.
was that- what was
My
the
truck
target
would
on
have.
that
We
one?
would have.
My
Oh, it
body
was-
would have gotten shredded, dude.
Yeah, that
Sorry
was
to hear.
that was like if you'd rolled north of a 20, he was going to give it to you. If you rolled under a 20, he was going to challenge you to figure out where your allegiances really lied.
I'm glad I
So
rolled
we
luck because
would've
I
had
rolled
to
a
get-
20 with that luck.
Yep.
Which means we would have had to engage.
Yeah, he would have been like, "All right, show me your colors." You know?
How do you
Like
do that? Oh, shoot at Petrochem. Gotcha.
mhm. Mhm.
Well, we kind of did because
Yeah,
we told
nah.
him incoming.
Y'all didn't do anything.
We told
Yeah, we
him
did what?
incoming.
Oh, you did. You
Yeah.
warned him, but he would have told you to be on their side, to act on
Yeah,
their
no,
side.
we would have.
No,
Yeah.
And
they don't need
knowing
us.
where Vinton would have lied.
No, they don't need
we
you.
would-
They don't need you, but they need to see you.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to see that we're worth.
Right. Yeah, it would not have been, "We need your help." They didn't need your help. They would have needed a sign that you were on their side.
So what are we telling Petrochem?
That we got attacked, and they took our shit too.
You know
Yeah,
what?
we got attacked. They
First-
took all our shit. They took the money. Don't know where the money went.
Just for
Because you
just for
can't trace like
realism,
who took it. So, or who,
just
who drained
for
the
just
shit.
in case this comes up, because after this little excursion, the nice red truck will be no by the end of this. I've already made that mind up. I'm gonna put a clip into the bunk of my truck when we get back, just in case they show up. Petrochem shows up asking questions. They can see that my truck got lit up.
Oh,
Say-
you're gonna shoot up your truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot
Oh,
my
wow.
truck personally to show that if Petrochem comes around the family, like, look.
I like it. Okay, cool. Well, awesome. So let's wrap up this session. Folks on the Mike, the fire truck thing was a legitimate plan.
Hi, Dempsey.
It totally was. It was
Oh my
it was a
God.
plan.
was
It wasn't a
definitely-
good one. It was a plan.
But it was a plan.
All right. So stream, we're gonna do a little bit of bookkeeping, figure out what these guys do over the next couple of days with their characters, and give out experience points. This has been a lot of fun. We really just made this one up on the fly. We had a different mission in mind tonight, and it didn't work out because we didn't have enough people. So I just kind of made this one up as we went, and it was a lot of
Good
fun.
job, David.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
super fun.
good job.
I kind of feel bad that the fight was so big, you guys really couldn't participate. That's my one.
No,
Yeah.
I think
totally
it was great.
cool.
I think it was
because
great.
that
We're
gives,
good here, man.
And for me personally, it gives the people on the stream a more what world
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
like
It
it
gives a
showed it.
Yeah.
Like,
The world is
for-
big and mean.
Yeah,
And when someone who's got real heavy gear decides to lean on someone, it hurts. Yeah.
It's a good lesson for every RPG group. Sometimes you don't get involved.
Right.
yeah, yep.
All right. Good stuff. So, everyone on the stream, thanks a ton for tuning in. Jagos, I'm going to get you that beta key for Legend Keeper. So glad you won, dude. And Katrina and everybody, I hope PAX South is doing amazing. I hope it's super fun. And with that, we're going to bounce. So later, all.